It's Julia Renee
and Kendall Aaliyah. Welcome back to the Know Your Power podcast.
Hello, my loves. It is Julia Renee, and we're doing a solo podcast for today. So this episode is going to be full of prep updates, all of those things. And the reason that we're doing a solo episode is because your girl moved. Yes, right in the middle of prep. So I'm all moved in. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, if you don't, go check it out. I'm in my new office. It's very barren, and this is going to be our podcast studio eventually. So we're going to keep you guys posted on like the studio and how it's going. It's just that we couldn't set it up as fast as I would have hoped, so we needed to do separate ones this week. I literally have my Rodecaster and mic and everything on my desk right now, so we're going to figure it all out. But I wanted to just update you guys because I feel like I haven't done a true, genuine prep update for y'all. I do it on my YouTube channel like twice a week, but for you podcast girlies, I wanted to make an audio version for you. So obviously, I moved right in the middle of prep. So the reason that we did that is because our lease is up September 15th from our old place. And with the competing season, it was better for me to do it now versus closer to then. It was literally a situation to where I came and saw this house and immediately was like, we want it. How soon can we move in? We signed the lease a couple of days later, moved in the next week. Like that's how fast everything went. And it was a little like crazy for a second, but it was literally the only weekend that we could both do it, whether we weren't traveling or I wasn't going to be competing, which I haven't officially picked a show day yet. But once I get my check-in back from my coach today, I actually will know. So you will know soon. And we moved in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We spent the whole, like all the days making sure that we had everything together, going grocery shopping, unpacking. Right now, if you're listening to this podcast, I have a full YouTube video of our moving experience already up on my YouTube channel. So go check it out. You can see what the inside of the house looks like. So basically, Friday was Movers Day. So all of the movers came in and they grabbed all of the big stuff. And we had so much stuff that they had to make 2 rounds. And these guys were so sweet and awesome. And I was exhausted by the end of that day because I'm already like low calories right now, guys. My cardio is very high and moving boxes around. Luckily, I have the most incredible fiance and he did a lot of like the heavy lifting and the movers did. So bless them. And I did a lot of like the unpacking and organizing because that's my jam. You guys know I love doing that stuff. So more details on that for in YouTube. You can see all my organization stuff. But then Saturday was another day of like unpacking. We went and did another trip, just Zach and I, back to the old place to grab some more stuff and like do a little bit of cleaning because we still have time before we have to clean. Also, if you guys hear the dogs or a lawnmower or any other sounds while I'm doing this podcast, I did my best, but I'm just not used to the sounds like living in like a neighborhood now. So bear with me. Then Sunday, my parents came over and my mom is so incredible. I was going to say that she's like me, but I'm like her because obviously I came second and we love organizing. We love designing. In like my dream world, if I had another career, I would literally have a design show or like business with my mom because our style is so similar and we have the same taste. Like, you guys ever get like a present from like a family member or your mom and you were like, why did you get this for me? This is not my style. My mom has never gotten me anything that wasn't my style because she knows me so well. So she came, my dad came, my little sister came, Chloe, you guys know Chloe, and her boyfriend, Andy, came. And my mom, when she got there, like every time that I move, she helps me organize my fridge and my kitchen and all of that stuff. So she like redid everything that I had done because I wanted her to. I was like, Mom, I don't know if anything is going in the right place. You know, when you're like moving around your kitchen and you just go and move somewhere else and you're like, I don't know where anything is. So she helped me do that. And my dad cleaned up all of the boxes. I had stacked boxes at the front and I just was so exhausted that I couldn't do it. So I really appreciate them helping. And we're pretty moved in now. It's just like these little things like the podcast studio and stuff, but I feel incredible. I feel so like creative and new, and having my own office and space that's like closed off, because before I had an office and it was in the it was in the, what do you call it? Where you eat food, dining room, I guess, area. I don't even remember what that was called, but I feel so much more creative. It's so light and airy in here and beautiful, but enough about my house. So since I was moving for like 3 days, and I told my coach that on Thursday and I was going to be moving on Friday. He gave me that Thursday post cardio off, Friday and Saturday cardio off as well, which was a godsend because I've been having some really extreme back pain that I have never had before. And I'm assuming that it's from all of the cardio I'm doing, because my cardio routine before my coach just changed it was an hour fasted in the morning on the Stairmaster and then 30 minutes of post-workout cardio after I train, plus my hour of lifting before that. And this was fine. Like, I'm a cardio girl. You guys know I love the Stairmaster, all of that stuff. But being on the Stairmaster, I think that long in the morning for an hour, plus all the leg days I'm doing, my glutes, I'm assuming, are super tight and like in pain, that it was affecting my low back, then my mid back, then my upper back. It was bad. And you guys know I'm very on top of it with my recovery, you know, all of the things, and my chiropractor. So I upped my chiropractor appointments to every single week instead of every other week. And I'm still doing my massages every other week. I got a massage yesterday and I'm actually going to the chiropractor tomorrow. But those 3 days off cardio, even though I was overly exerting myself, still with skipping those 3 cardio sessions as my coach instructed, I still feel so much better. And the reason that we did that was because, of course, I was going to be moving and I was going to be probably burning just as many calories. And we were going to hit it hard. This is quote unquote what coach said, because on Monday we're hitting it hard. So my calories were dropped just a tiny bit, not enough for me to actually like really feel a difference. And we added 15 minutes of cardio to those sessions. So now I'm doing an hour and 45 minutes of cardio 6 days a week. Now, I want you to listen to me, because this is an extreme sport. So obviously I'm going to the extreme in order to get the physique that is going to be competitive on stage. So I want to make that extremely clear. And I don't recommend anyone doing this unless you are a bodybuilder and this is what you need to do. But I'm just one of those girlies that needs to do a lot of cardio in order to get lean, do a lot of cardio, have very low calories. But with that, I still get a high carb day on Saturdays, which is awesome. I have never experienced that during a prep. Usually it's high cardio, low calories. That's it. The only time that you get like a high carb day is peak week, when we're filling you up to look more full. And we have been doing this, I want to say, since the Tampa fashion show. And basically, the purpose of doing this is so that you can boost your metabolism. So right now, I'm depleted, like Monday through Friday. Basically, no, Sunday through Friday. Depleting, like low calories, high level of exertion, and then having that increase on a Saturday of higher calories, more carbs, can potentially, it's like a refeed day. It could potentially promote weight loss, and it's actually working this time. It's never really worked for me before. We never utilized it to the point where it actually worked, but it's working now. So as of right now, I woke up this morning, my last check-in was 141. Now I'm at 138.5 this morning. And My pro debut in Puerto Rico in 2022, I woke up on show day 139. So we have already gotten leaner than my pro debut, which is crazy. So that's the nutrition aspect of it. That's what we're doing for cardio. So right now I'm on my 4th day of adding that 15 minutes extra of cardio. And it's crazy because it's really not that much, but I'm definitely feeling it more, because if you add 15 minutes up 6 times a week, like that's a lot. But individually doing those days, it doesn't feel like a lot until like yesterday, where I was just exhausted. I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to make it the rest of the week. I feel a little bit better today because yesterday all I had to do was cardio and I didn't have to train because it was my rest day. But whoo, I was tired and I was hungry for sure. And my sleep has been weird, meaning like I'm sleeping and I'm falling asleep on the couch every single night, which I never really do. Like Zach will start a movie and I'm like, yeah, let's start it. And I just fall asleep halfway. I can't, like, I guess I'm just that tired, and I'm falling asleep fine. I'm not having trouble falling asleep, but my body is waking me up at like 4 to 4:30 a.m. every day. It's just like clockwork. Even sometimes on Saturdays, I'll wake up that early and I'm like, Julia, go back to sleep. And I just can't. So I just like get started with work or start journaling or something. But yeah, my body's fighting for its life. So the things that I'm at least noticing physically is I am having, like, my skin is getting so tight. Like, it's kind of crazy. Where I feel alien-esque. And especially when I'm at the gym and I'm training, I'm having new veins pop out that I've literally never seen before. And it's crazy because I truly believe this is the best physique that I have ever had, which, I mean, it should be, right? That's the whole goal with bodybuilding, is to get better each time. And I think that we have done that. One thing that I realized this morning when I was doing my like gratitude practice and my journaling and goal setting was that one of the biggest goals that I've had this year is I wanted to be the leanest that I have ever been. And I was writing that this morning and I was like, oh my God, we have already achieved that. And it's not even time for me to step on stage yet. So I was like, check, which was super cool. And I'm also still trying to figure out what color I want to wear on stage. I know that I posted something on Instagram, me wearing that yellow suit. And that's just a posing suit by Angel Competitions Bikinis that they made for me. So it's just for posing and taking my photos that I send to my coach and stuff like that. But I don't actually have a yellow suit, but I have the dark green one that I wore to Puerto Rico. I have a red one, a orange one, a lavender one, a pink one, and I believe one more. So I have potentially 6 different colors I can choose from for my show, and I just don't know which one I want to do for the first one. But I'll probably, post something on either Instagram or YouTube of me like trying to decide which one. And so go check those out so that you can help me, because there's truly colors that look good on certain skin tones. So sometimes you can't see yourself like realistically. So I'd love to know you guys' opinion on that. Let me get a sip of water. Anyways, so another thing, we talked about cardio, training. Let's talk about training. So of course, my strength is going down in the gym. That's kind of inevitable at this point. I am not fueling my body enough to lift heavier. So in the past, that used to be something that would really bother me. No matter if I was competing or not, if my strength went down, I would get so angry at myself and I would be like bitter and it would ruin my workout. But one thing that has helped me over the years of competing is knowing that if my strength goes down when I am on prep for a show, that's okay. Because right now, my goal isn't strength. My goal is to have the best looking physique that I can on stage. So even though that's the case for me right now when I'm training, is like, oh, well, I can't lift that like I could last week. That's the first thing that I think of is, okay, that's fine. because in order to have the best physique that you can, your strength is going to have to suffer a little bit. And I'm maintaining a good amount of strength where my workouts are still challenging, but I notice that I'm crashing halfway into my workout a little bit, and then I'm doing post-workout cardio, and then I kind of get the endorphins and it goes back up a little bit. But that's very normal during this period of time, so it's not anything that I'm stressed about. And then posing wise, I had potentially my last posing session with my posing coach yesterday. And oh my God, I told her, I was like, can we do only 30 minutes today? Usually we do 45. And I was like, I can barely stand. Like, I was so tired. She's like, yes, of course. And the cool thing about this is that she barely had any tweaks to my posing routine and my quarter turns, which at this point is such a nice thing to hear, because I've been working with her since May, and it's, when you guys are listening to this, August, the end of August, and May, June, July, August, actually probably longer than that, because I worked with her last year also when I was going to compete, but then decided not to. So it's been probably 2 years more so, on and off. And we've been working on perfecting this routine, and we actually changed it a lot from my pro debut, because my pro debut, we had one together, and as your body changes, changing your posing routine to fit how your physique is looking is super important. So there was a move that I was doing that I spent so long like working on and perfecting, which I'm glad that I did, because I can now share it with my posing clients and teach them how to do it as well. We actually took it out. We took it out completely, and we swapped it for something else to where it's similar, but it's different. So it's same, but different. So now that my physique is changing drastically by the week, like crazy, yesterday when I was doing my posing session with her, she was like, oh my God, we can actually see now every single pose and how it looks and how it's going to look on stage. And the new pose is so much better. So if you want to see that one, it's on my Instagram. I've been practicing it a lot. So that was really the only thing that I'm working on for my posing, and then over directing my glutes a little bit more with one of my transitions so that my glutes look fuller in my transition periods, because every single angle matters. Basically, when you're on stage, you don't want to have a bad photo. That's the goal. Like, if your posing is on point, you won't have a bad photo, unless like you're make a face or something like that, or they catch you breathing. But there's so much that goes into posing that I'm learning these past 2 years that I didn't know about, like the different faces that you make when you do stuff, like the timing, the tempo, hair choreography, over directing it. So I've learned so much, and I'm excited because I feel like my posing has matured a lot. And one of the things that I did in my pro debut was rush it so much, especially because if you guys watched that show day of my pro debut, I was actually late to stage. They started the girls earlier than the time that was set. And oh my God, I literally ran in there, and they were like, the wellness is going on right now. And I was like, well, guess I can't pump up or practice my posing. So I was like stressed and anxious. It all went by so fast. And you can definitely tell on stage because it was almost like I was running, and of course it's intimidating when you first step on stage because you're like, everybody's looking at me. Oh my God. But I can tell that now I'm going to be a lot slower and more deliberate, and really connect with the judges. So I'm really excited about that. Other than that, I believe that's all of my prep updates that I have. We covered everything. We got posing, we got food, cardio, all of the things. So, I'm going to keep y'all posted on everything in the next episode. Hopefully Kendall and I will be back together so that we can have our studio. We have some chairs coming in. We have some little side tables coming in. So y'all are going to get to see the podcast studio being built as we go. So it might be a little janky for a while, but we appreciate y'all's patience and everything. So as always, I love you all so much, and you're more powerful than you think. Bye.